Have you ever watched Game of Thrones and cheered when a ruthless schemer crushed their enemies, only to cringe when they paid the price? What if I told you that the real author of that brutal playbook was Niccolò Machiavelli, writing in Renaissance Italy? Was Machiavelli right about power? Or have we been missing the bigger picture all along? In 1513, Machiavelli, a Florentine diplomat ousted by the ruling Medici family, penned The Prince, a short guide on how rulers seize and hang on to power. Unlike earlier mirrors for princes that preached virtue, Machiavelli laid out cold, hard tactics. Commit cruelty in one blow, keep the people fearful, and always appear merciful while acting ruthlessly. Fast forward 5 centuries, and HBO's Game of Thrones throws these lessons into high relief, asking, is power a tool to protect your people, or a poison that corrupts even the best intentions? On one hand, Machiavelli has the reputation of a handbook for tyrants. He tells rulers to lie, to manipulate religion, even to betray allies if it keeps them in charge. In Game of Thrones, Jaime Lannister pushes a child from a tower to secure his family's claim, a moment that screams, ends justify means. Daenerys Targaryen, too, burns a city to win freedom, only to become the very tyrant she fought. But on the other hand, some historians argue Machiavelli was simply naming the brutal rules already in play, hoping citizens could see them and mount resistance. He served a republic, was tortured for his loyalty, and wrote The Prince from exile, perhaps to expose the mechanics of tyranny rather than to celebrate them. Here's the twist. Machiavelli's brutal honesty can be read 2 ways. You can take it as a manual for cruelty, or as a warning sign, an X-ray of power's dark heart, meant to warn free people how easily they can be ruled. In Game of Thrones, we see a parallel. The series ends not with another absolute monarch, but with a council electing Bran Stark, a nod to the idea that unchecked power destroys itself. You can read this as proof that power inevitably corrupts, or as evidence that knowing the rules of the game lets you build better checks, stronger councils, and wiser leaders. Machiavelli revolutionized political thought by stripping away rose-tinted ideals and showing us power's anatomy. As one modern viewer aptly put it, in the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. But perhaps the real victory lies in refusing to play by those deadly rules. So next time you see ambition on your TV screen or in your newsfeed, ask yourself, are you learning how to seize power, or how to safeguard yourself against its dangers? Remember, the sharpest weapon against tyranny is not more force, but the courage to see it for what it really is. Seek wisdom.